Welcome back, YouTube. So this has been one of the number one questions I've been getting over the last few days, and that's what about Dogecoin's catalyst? Even if the government funding is getting ready to leave the market, or if the Fed is getting ready to do some restrictions, what about Dogecoin's catalyst? Will that stop the coin from like the prices from crashing down to some of those lower support levels? And I want to talk about what the catalyst actually does in this video and how this is actually even more beneficial than the actual catalyst itself. So in theory, the catalysts that we have coming up, they're basically, in theory, they're basically going to add hype, but more so, this is more so about the utility that it's going to have and actually add a place for the coin to function and for us to build a community around for the coin to get support and use it as its actual purpose. So the catalyst in itself is literally just allowing the coin to grow in that currency realm and hopefully get adapted by additional businesses. So when we say the catalyst, is that going to save it from a crash? No. And honestly, that's unrealistic to even hope that all cryptos crash, Bitcoin's crashed, the stock market's crashed, real estate has its crashes. It's a part of the cycle. It is necessary for a healthy market. It's necessary for a healthy stock, a healthy coin. Nothing can continuously go up. And the thing about it is, I think what a lot of people forget is we're coming off of one of the shortest bear markets in history. So again, like these cycles with the influx, in my opinion, the influx of retail money, a lot of these cycles were shortened on the last go. So we saw the market after the historic bull run, we saw the market look to correct itself or look to do its consolidation period, but there was just so much demand and so much new money flowing in that the markets kind of went the other way. And I do even believe after they consolidated a little higher than what some of them would have. And of course, we know that the government has saying that they're trying to lighten up their balance sheets, and because they've been buying bonds and injecting money month over month for the last year or so, it's time for them to lighten up that balance sheet. So they're looking to cut back on some of the funding. So we know that money is going to be running out of the market, and we also know that the government has invested. Typically, they invest heavily in the stock market. And as you can suspect, they are invested in the crypto market as well. In particular, we know that that includes Bitcoin. And where Bitcoin goes, the market follows. So if Bitcoin is expected to have a huge sell-off, you can bet the market will too. And a lot of these coins are going to test some of those support lines. And we've been seeing articles by Forbes saying that they're expecting Bitcoin to touch $20,000. The catalyst for Dogecoin is not going to allow it to have some solo resistance or do a solo, like the market in itself, Bitcoin is not going to like go to hell and the market's going to be trending downward and then Dogecoin is going to break out and on this solo run and just go to the moon. Like that's typically not how it works. But the catalysts are going to do something even better for Dogecoin. And that is the catalysts are going to allow Dogecoin to come out on the other side of this even stronger than it was before. And I mentioned this in my video yesterday that a lot of these cryptos are not going to survive this downturn, these like a recession in the economy, as far as for retail needing their money out of the market, and institutions being tight on money. A lot of these coins that have popped up over the last few months and that are saying to the moon, a lot of them are not even going to make it off the ground. And so we have to take that into account when we do our investing. And we have to say, okay, what's the leadership behind this coin? What's the vision behind this coin? What's the purpose behind this coin before you start throwing your money in saying to the moon? Because a lot of these investments are cash grabs. I don't believe that for Dogecoin. I believe Dogecoin is going to do absolutely amazing. And I believe it's going to come out on the other side of this because we have phenomenal leadership. We're building our utility. We have mass acceptance and growing the community. We have vision for the coin. I believe that Dogecoin is going to be absolutely incredible coming out of this. And these catalysts are only going to strengthen it and allow Dogecoin to have utility and to remain relevant. A lot of the cryptos that were in the top 10 5 years ago are no longer there. That's because if you're slow to innovate in this area, you will be replaced. So this is one of the reasons why I say don't panic for these catalysts for Dogecoin. You have to take these catalysts that's coming up, especially now before the money leaves the market. Even if we are getting ready to go into a crypto winter, you have to count that as a blessing because these catalysts are what's going to make Dogecoin strong and what's going to make Dogecoin come out on the other side of this. Is mass utility These space missions, as far as for getting international press with Dogecoin, the first crypto in space, these are all great things to A, keep Dogecoin relevant, B, keep Dogecoin in the media and the press, as far as for in the eyes of like institutions, and removing that meme stigma, and also keep the community growing and exposing Dogecoin to new people. This is how you weather the storm and you solidify your position in that top 10, and you get to settle into your own different niches. This is what we need. These catalysts are turning out to be even more of a blessing. I know a lot of times people say, "Oh, this is for the hype and the blessings." I mean, and the crypto catalyst, like, well, that's what's going to send it to the moon. But we have to look at the bigger picture here. The bigger picture here is this market consolidates and a lot of these coins go away. That money is going to come back. The money always comes back, no matter how much goes out or how quickly it goes out. The money comes back. But where will it go when it comes back? It's going to go to the coins that survive this. It's going to go to the coins that's been around. Those are always the coins that have been around the longest, the coins that have been through a few cycles, the coins that have survived. Those coins always get higher money allocation on the next cycle. And that's from retail investors, because they like looking at charts and seeing history. It's less of a speculative and guess. It's less risk to them. They kind of have trends to go on. And definitely for institutional money. Why do you think Bitcoin, Ethereum, they rally $500 billion and stuff like this, and getting hundreds of billions of dollars in revenue? Because, you know, the institutions have chosen those two as kind of like their favorite. They're going to be the Coca-Cola and Pepsi of the crypto market. They're going to be, like the safe havens. That's going to where the money is going to be allocated. So that's why you see the breakdown kind of trend behind those two. And when you have a crypto that has gone through a few cycles and has the community and the backing and is growing, something like what we have for Dogecoin this year, this is what's going to allow us to come out on the other side of this really, really strong. And that's to say, then that's just worst case scenario. Best case scenario is the government weans off the money injections very slowly. We don't go into a recession, and we have our catalysts, and we keep building our use cases and we just go to the moon that way. That's best case scenario. So I don't see, like, either, no matter which way this goes, Dogecoin is in a really great position, and I'm still really excited for Dogecoin this year. But I think as investors, we have to, and this is what I meant by my video the other day, is that we can't just continuously count on catalysts and hype to push the coin. This is why I'm glad we're getting utility, and I'm glad we're getting these partnerships with these large organizations, because it's going to break that cycle saying that, oh, just get Dogecoin to do this, and because of this announcement or because of this partnership, I expect Dogecoin to do 10x within the next week. I know that's a lot of issues, because I know a lot of videos come out and everyone's like, oh, let's moon Dogecoin and stuff like that. But long term, Doge is meant to be a currency, and long term holders are going to win. You can play the coin however you want, but I'm telling you now, crypto market, stock market, long-term investors do very well. And you have to have a strategy for doing that. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the catalyst for Dogecoin, whether or not they're going to help if we do take a break to the downside as far as for the economy and the money and the crashes that we have going on, or if you think that the catalyst will kind of be washed out or even because of the market is doing so bad and it won't matter as much. With that being said, if you found value in this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are closing in on 40,000 subscribers. That is crazy. So if you want to hear more from me, please consider subscribing. You can always change your mind later. And don't forget to like the video. It helps YouTube share it with additional people so we can all grow together. And don't forget about BlockFi. If you open an account with them, you can get up to $250 in some of your favorite crypto, including Bitcoin and Ethereum. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And until next time.